Please get out of the fucking... Hello. We are trying something new tonight. Yeah, we're gonna have a... I really should have named this discussion, but it is what it is. It's gonna end up being called a podcast at some point, so...
Time out, let me test this. Time out, let me test this. La 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 la.
I heard it. I heard you.
There is so much echo coming from me.
It's fine.
Yeah, there is a double echo.
It'll be fine. Until we can figure something else out.
Can you still hear an echo from me? Maybe it was just coming from my fucking shit.
No, I hear you fine through my headset.
No, I meant from the video.
Oh, I don't have the sound on because it'll echo into the mic. It'll be fine. I will watch the video. Well, I'll probably still upload it either way, but there's not a lot we can do about it. Because we're in the same room.
Sure.
Let me put it this way. Once, a lot of this real life stuff gets over and done with, and we can move, I'll be able to set up a studio and actually get actual recording equipment. So, for people who don't know, I actually used to do podcasts a long time ago. Like, before I actually, I was doing podcasts while I was dating my wife. Y'all probably just heard that snap, and oh my god, it felt good. It didn't really work out because I felt like I don't like having a script. Like, and that's what me and my team were doing, and it felt super awkward. And I didn't like the way we did intros. I didn't like the way we did outros. It really wasn't for me, like at all.
If I were to get on the game, what could we be doing? Because I'm not just going to stand there and do nothing.
I mean, if you want to start building shit down there, that's fine. Even if I have to pick it up later.
It's so limited though, because then I'll be limited by the amount of materials we have.
Hang on here, guys. Lovey Dove, look at my screen.
I'm still limited.
You are not limited. And I still have those Daddy boxes in the hidden base that still have, I think the only thing I'm missing is really foundations. Let me go check real quick.
Hey, how it doesn't let me see this shit.
All you might have to build is fucking walls, depending on what kind of build you want to do. If you want to. If not, then play fucking Conan. As long as we're talking and discussing and shit, it's really fine.
I can get on Conan.
Yeah, you can get on Conan.
I want to get on Conan.
But anyways, so it was just really awkward for me, and it didn't end up working out. We don't talk about that group though, and I can only speak for myself. I'm over the issues because it was like over half a decade ago now. Over half a decade, not a decade ago, but half a decade, 5 years ago. So I'm not like, for me, there are no hard feelings, but I digress. But I decided that as a Alan Wolfie thing, we would try to do podcasts once a week, a different game every week, until we run out of fucking games, and then obviously until I get a capture card, we will have to just revisit some games. Maybe some new shit would have happened in those games by then, so we might do multiple podcasts of the same game, but it's not going to be like, it's not like I'm going to do Ark this week and then do Ark again next week. It'll be a different game every week. So, and I've never had my wife on to really get her opinions about the state of certain games. It's really just always been me ranting and raving and bitching, really. Especially with Ark, because Ark is just a fucking... it's a fucking mess. I'm pretty sure in every single one of my streams I have ever done of any game that I've ever played, I always say I hate the fucking game. And I don't really hate the fucking game, it's just, the game fucking aggravates me. Because, like I've said a million times, a lot of y'all know a lot of the stories with me in this fucking game, like with us being incited. That was a whole fucking fiasco that lasted way longer than we should have let it. We have moved maps several times. And as you can see, we have raised probably, what, love? Thousands of fucking tames?
Give or take. Give or take.
So, I mean, we've raised shit from Gigas to Rexes to fucking Shadowmanes, Wyverns. I need to do Raptors because my wife kind of wants a Raptor army. Oh shit, she can hear me. Oops. I need to do Raptors.
I want Raptor Army, both feathered and scaly.
Now, but the question is do you want Raptors or do you want Deinonychus? Because if you want Deinonychus, we have Cryophages of Deinonychus.
I want both.
I actually want to try to do, like, some of the world bosses with Raptors.
By the way, Tommy, this is the picture I wanted to show you.
Oh, that's a nope rope.
It is a very big nope rope.
So, yeah, we're just gonna give this a shot. And of course, the background is not gonna be very eventful. Maybe later on, if we revisit certain games, we'll do something, even if it's like an avatar in the background or us playing or something. But I tend to get distracted when I actually build or raise or something like that. So, which, speaking of Ark, Wildcard has still not said anything about how transfers are gonna happen from official to unofficial / single player. Which I think is a really fucked up thing, because the last thing they mentioned about ooh, excuse me, Ark Ascended was, let me see. Let me see if it was this Community Crunch. That was just, no. Okay, it wasn't that one. Let's see if it was this one. Okay, so this one they mentioned Survival Ascended, but it was just mods and like what they were launching with. So it wasn't this one either. Okay, I think it was this one. Let me just check this real quick. Yeah, okay, so the last thing they said about okay, yeah, so this was the last community crunch that had anything about Ark Ascended, which was June 30th of this year. So we haven't heard anything, and the last thing they said was that they were waiting on Nitrado to make sure that the save file system works, and that they'll be providing instructions on how we can get them when they're available. And they said that their intention was to take multiple saves at different times, so that way we can choose which is most relevant for us. That kind of scares me, because that's making me think we're only going to be able to move one map, which means we would have to restart on every other map with our buildings and shit. Which honestly is fine, because there's only one server I'm really worried about moving safely. I can pick up all of our other bases and find a spot for all of our other tames and shit that we have on different maps, as long as that one map that we choose to take transfers over perfectly. Because I plan on switching up base locations and everything anyways on pretty much every other map. So that was the last thing we heard about Ascended. And it is now August 10th, which is almost a month and a half later. And they haven't mentioned anything solid about it. They haven't given us any more updates on anything else, which really bothers me, because I don't like it when game companies do that. It bothers the shit out of me. It's almost like they're spitting in our faces. And that's bothersome. Because they mentioned that they were having issues with Unreal Engine 5. And, like, I get it. They need to make money, but I think continuing to support this game and adding DLCs to this game would be more beneficial. Because, like I said, here's my legit issue with Ark Ascended. Number one, we were told that it was going to be a free upgrade and that all of our shit would be able to be transferred. They then backpedaled and said, no, we're going to charge you up to $100, because the base game was bundled with Ark 2 for, I think, $60, and then they were going to charge us for the season pass, which would have bumped that 60 up to 80, and then the Genesis pass, which would have bumped us up from 80 to 100. Now with the base game, we were supposed to get a free map with it, a free new map, and 3 new tames, or 4 new tames. They backpedaled on that and said, okay, we're no longer going to bundle Ark 2 with it. So now it's just gonna be, I think they said $60 for every fucking thing, and no Ark 2. So for $60 you get the base game, the new map, the season pass, and the Genesis pass, plus a new tame specific for each map. Now, my issue with that is that for at least, because let's face it, Gen 2 won't be released until Q4 of the game's release. So, from the island, which is the only map you're going to be able to play on, day 1, until Genesis 2 releases, no May Wings, and Egg Incubators didn't come out until Gen 1, I think. Now, with the release of Survival Evolved on the Switch, with all the new maps, I know, and I would have to double confirm this, but I'm pretty sure a friend of mine that plays on the Switch said that Egg Incubators were unlockable beforehand. Like, it was one of the updates they did before they started releasing all the maps or some shit. But no May Wings, which means for a Giga. Oh god. Let me go to Dodo Dex real quick. Which means to raise a Giga, you're gonna have to fucking hand feed it as a baby for 2 fucking days. Oh, and no cryopods, I think. I don't think cryopods will be accessible day 1 of Ark's Survival Ascended. So you're basically playing primitive. Which means if you want to raise a Giga, you better hope that someone in your tribe is on for 2 fucking days. Until that bitch can feed off a trough. My other issue is they could never fix this fucking game. This game is still fucking broken. And just to put that into retrospect a little bit, Ark came out June 2nd of 2015. And to this day, we still have issues with inciting because the mods and the GMs and shit no longer want to do anything about it. And I understand it a little bit. I think up until 2019, they were heavily involved with dealing with inciting. Meshing is still a fucking thing. I can fucking mesh myself and get anti-meshed by their Battle Eye system and get fucked. I've been anti-meshed several fucking times. Sometimes my fault, sometimes other people's fault, just saying. And it's going to be cross-playable. So day 1, to get a good patch of land on the island, you're going to have to fight with Xbox players, PlayStation 5 players, and PC players. Mass pillaring is still a fucking thing. And I'm not talking about people just mass pillaring around their bases. I'm talking about people mass pillaring pieces of land and not having anything built anywhere fucking near it. And I guarantee you, if this game isn't fixed, then Survival Ascended isn't gonna launch any better. Because, from what I've heard, Ark on the Switch isn't even fixed. So how the fuck are they gonna charge us all over again for Ark and not even at least have the bugs fixed? And now they're talking about early access shit. That the game's gonna have early access, and people are asking, like, well, does that mean it's gonna be like how y'all did Legacy players back in the day? When y'all fully released the game, where y'all gonna wipe servers again? Like, there's so many questions that Wildcard hasn't answered yet. And we're just over a month and a half from official servers closing. Like, What are we supposed to do? People are already quitting this game on official. I can't tell you how many decays I've gotten in the last just 2 months. I went over that in my previous video. Showed y'all some of the locations on this map where I've gotten decays. It's just ridiculous. And I have a gut feeling, and my gut's normally right, that they're going to scrap Ark Survival Ascended. They're going to end up scrapping it. Because if they think that an extra month is going to give them the amount of time to fix whatever issue they're having with Unreal Engine 5, they're fucking dreaming. They can't even fix the game on Unreal Engine 4. Like, come on. And I'll admit, the game, from what I have seen of like the screenshots and shit, things look a lot nicer on Unreal Engine 5. But I'd much rather play a broken game this way than have to start completely over again and live primitive until Gen 2 comes out. That's just not for me. I am so used to playing Ark the way it is. I started playing Ark last year. So by the time official closes with the date that they've given us, I will have played this game for a year and 10 months. So, like, I can't explain the way it was back in the day. When I came into Ark, I only really played Prim for like 2 weeks before I was introduced to shit and whatnot. So, but during these podcasts, we are going to have questions that we're going to answer. And if we start getting a following instead of us coming up with questions, we'll let y'all ask us questions. Because clearly we're gonna mention what game we're gonna do next week at the end of each podcast. So, or at least that's the plan. So we are gonna do questions at the end, or maybe I'll just get into some of them one at a time, because they don't have to be asked in any specific order. But while I'm in the topic of getting into Ark, that is a question. How did we get into Ark? Funny story. My wife actually, how do I put this? She persuaded me to start playing this fucking game.
I actually did not have to do shit. Because
You did actually ask me several times.
I asked you several times, but I kind of gave up, and it got to the point where you noticed that I was doing a lot of shit on my own. Because people have their own lives, and you got on to help me.
I don't even think I was really initially thinking I was gonna like stay on this game. And I was still heavily into Destiny at the time too, if I remember correctly.
Either way,
Yeah.
it is so dark. Why am I doing this?
I don't know, but she persuaded me.
Oh, that is not nice. Anyway.
And she was already in a tribe with some of our other friends, Will, Danny, Lily, and Dez. I think that was.
Bitch, you better not be trying to attack me. You are fucking attack me.
I think that was still when Dez was heavily playing. I think she was getting on like 3 or 4 times a week, but yeah, that's how I got into fucking Ark. And do I regret it? Yes. I heavily regret getting into this game. Because, trust me when I say, if I did not have all of this time invested into this fucking game and all of these tames, I would fucking quit. Like, if I knew for a fact that my shit wouldn't starve and auto-decay, I would fucking quit. Because this game just isn't worth it sometimes. Me and this game have a love-hate relationship. How the fuck did you even get into this fucking game?
Me? Yes, you.
Yes, you. No, fucking Santa Claus.
Well, I remember when it first came out, years
out.
and years and years ago, and I tried to do it then, but every time I popped onto a server, because I didn't fully understand what ARC was at that time. I didn't understand that once you get on a server, you kind of have to establish yourself a little bit, and then you'll be able to constantly get on all that. No, I kept encountering people, try to befriend them, and they instantly killing me because they were trolls. Did I understand that at the time? No.
I think you started off on PvP then.
I didn't understand what all the lingo was. I didn't know what was going on. I was trying to get on, build, have dinosaurs, because hey, that was the reason why I got on the game in the first fucking place. Was dinosaurs. Instead, I got fucking trolled and killed a lot, and it pissed me off. So I said, fucking yeet. And I got fucking yeet. And killed a lot.
Oh god, that is bad.
In any case.
We're gonna...
Some years go by, and I encounter our friends. We're in fact playing it, and I'm like, oh. Let me try it again. Because why the fuck not? And that's how that shit started.
What we might have to do for future podcast, because they can hear you through my mic. So I think what I might do is a short stream tomorrow and just see how well they can hear you from where you're sitting. So yeah, I definitely think though that you started on PvP if people were killing, like when you say they were killing you, were they like killing you while you were on, or were they like dragging you when you were offline?
No, I was trying to talk to them because I couldn't figure out what the fuck I was doing, and they killed me.
Alright, so you started on PvP. That's why. People are such fucking dicks on PvP. I get that it's PvP, but I hate games with PvP. Yeah, I fucking play some games with PvP. Yeah, it definitely sounds like you started on PvP. Which is a damn shame. You know, because it kind of, for me it kind of ruins PvE too, because you have these PvPers that aren't good on PvP, so they bring their shenanigans over to PvE, and it just completely ruins PvE. And I'm not saying every PvPer is like that, but I want to say that probably 8 out of 10 people that I encounter on PvE that come over from PvP are assholes. Like 110%. They come over here, they have the same fucking attitude. They kite you. They try to get into your tribe so they can steal your shit. And it's just, if you're not good at the fucking game, just fucking admit it. Like, by standards, I don't think I'm very good at this game. I still don't know how to tame certain creatures. Like, if you asked me to go out and tame an Oviraptor, I wouldn't know how to do it. I don't fuck with Oviraptors. I don't know how to tame a Dilophosaur. Or at least I don't think I do. I have a basic understanding for Basilisk. Or I might be... What's the other snake called?
Titan boa.
I might be mistaking Titan boa for Basilisk, but I think they tame the same. I think. Let me... One way to find out. Dododex. Basilisk. Yeah, okay, so they tame... They basically tame the same way. But the 3 eggs that they'll take are Wyvern, Rockdrake, and Magmasaurs. I got into art though through my wife, because I vaguely remember her being right. I vaguely remember seeing her playing, and like I had an interest in art for a while, but it's hard for me to get the motivation to play new games, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing these podcasts too. Because eventually I'm gonna have to stray away from games that I actually play to games that I don't play, so we can actually have these conversations. Because we own a lot of games on Xbox alone. I think we own well over 400 or 500 games. So eventually, y'all might see me get way out of my comfort zone. And I was just like, sure, why not? I had it downloaded for ever. Let's see, we started playing. I started playing last year in January. So. Yeah. I just fucking got on. Which leads into another question here. Is, what was the first map we played on, love?
Crystal Isles. Crystal Isles.
Was your actual first time on Crystal 2?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, our first map was Crystal Isles. Which is a gorgeous fucking map, by the way. They actually had to teach me how to fucking find the goddamn servers and shit. It was fucking hilarious. I was like, how the fuck do I get on your server? Because I believe when you first boot up the map, it puts you on PvP. Not the map, but the first time you boot up the game. I think it automatically puts you on PvP servers to select. So they had to tell me, no, you need to select PvE, you need to type in this number, or, look through the server list. I actually think the first time, before y'all told me I could just type in the server number, I think I actually searched through all of the fucking servers and was looking for fucking Crystal Isles and shit. And I actually think I logged on to the wrong server at first, too. Because no one could fucking find me. They were like, are you sure you came to the right server number? I'm like, wait, there's server numbers? What? It was... Now that I look back on it, it's kind of embarrassing. Oh my god. I knew nothing of this game, though. Like, I just got on and I was, like, just fucking around. Had no fucking tames and shit. Oh, good times. Good times. I don't even remember the name of their tribe. Do you?
It was a bullshit name. I know that much.
I think it has something to do with Helsing. God, what the fuck? I don't fucking know. One of them would have to log on to Crystal Isles. Okay, what's our favorite map? I think that's gonna be a little bit of a hard one for my
It's
wife.
a caught between Crystal Isles and Val.
Not for me. My favorite is Extinction, believe it or not. I fucking love Extinction. Extinction is just it's
Ow.
really
Ow.
it's a really dangerous fucking map. And like the safest spot you can spawn into is the Sunken Forest.
Holy fucking shit. Dude.
Huge ass fucking crocodile.
You're a boss. Fucking fucker.
You might have to run from that.
Oh, look at my health. The red
Yeah, I
bar.
see it now.
I'm fine. I'm fine. For now.
But yeah, my favorite map is actually Extinction. My first map was Crystal Isles. My favorite map is Extinction. But Valgoro comes in a really, really close second. I love Val, though. Val's really beautiful, too. you know, that's really how I got into Ark. Fuck, I gotta sneeze.
I'm on top of it. I'm on top of it. Game.
Congrats.
Oh shit. Game. Oh shit.
You were on it. But me and this game have a really love-hate relationship.
Bitch, I will fucking win. Quit tossing me around like a damn ragdoll.
Which, while we're still on the topic of maps, she doesn't really play too often, but I guess this question will be for both of us as well. What map do we play on the most currently?
I killed it. I killed it. Um.
Might be a hard one for her. I play on Gen 2 the most currently. And it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite map, and it's not my main map, but it is the map I'm on the most. Just because I do missions and shit. And I think this is the map I own probably the most.
It's
land.
Val and Extinction. Well, not so much Extinction anymore. It's Val and it's Gen 2 actually. Gen 2 actually.
I think that's about correct. I would say Val too for me, but I don't. Val's my main server where I keep all of our stuff, all of our important stuff. But I definitely would not say that it's Extinction, because since we were insided, and I made mention of this the last video I did on Ark, it's really hard to go to Extinction and play after something like that happens. But I currently play on Gen 2 the most. Oh boy. Now, Tames. We got a lot of questions for Tames. Actually, I'm pretty sure the rest of this has to do, well, 4 out of our last 6 questions have to do with Tames. But I don't know. I hope they don't shut down servers, because it's going to be a lot of work to move all of our shit. But the good news is I have access to the Exomech. If it's only one server that we can take over, I can just pick up one server a day. And be perfectly fine. But while we're still talking about our Ark history, what was the first tame that we each owned / tamed?
So the first tame I actually owned, and I'll go along with first tame. I'll add to this question is first tame I actually bought as well.
That's what I asked. First tame you owned / tamed.
Well, there's additional because someone could have given you your first tame, so you could have tamed it yourself, or you could finally bought it. In this procession, my first tame was a shadow mate. That was bred for me. And it was given for me. Given to me. That first tame I actually tamed, I think was either RG or a direwolf. It was one of the two. So I remember having to trap it.
I do actually remember trapping the direwolf because I died. I died for my wife so she could have a wolfie.
Sorry.
What?
As for come on, game, stop it. As for a tame that I actually first bought was a wyvern that I named Bellatrix, and she was so precious to me.
Do we still have
Yes.
Too bad we don't have fucking Jade. We have a new Jade though, so that's okay. Uh, so this I actually looking at my questions. I actually fucked up on the questions. So, um, you pretty much answered 2 questions. So that's good. Um, the first. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I did do the questions correctly. The first tamed I actually owned. I actually can't remember now. Did we buy the wyverns before we met Stormy?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so the first time I actually owned was a blood crystal wyvern named Jade. She was stolen from me when we got insided. I'm assuming she's dead, so R.I.P. Jade. The first tame I actually tamed myself was a tropical crystal wyvern. And I got Jade the same time. She got Bellatrix. Because we knew a girl named Lucy who was selling wyverns for 2 to 3k poly a piece. We grinded the poly, and didn't me, you, Dez, and Lily all get our wyverns at the same time? I don't think we did. I think it was me, you, and Dez, and then Lily went back the next day.
I don't know.
Anyways, me and her got our crystal wyverns at the same time. And I believe hers was a blood crystal wyvern too. I'm pretty sure Bellatrix is a blood crystal.
Yes.
And then, as far as taming, I was continuously told that crystal wyverns could not be tamed whatsoever. And I was out one day, saw a tropical crystal wyvern land, and I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna walk up to it and see what happens. Walked up to it, and I saw a prompt that said, feed to tame, or some shit like that. Feed wyvern to tame, or some shit like that. And I was like, oh, well, fuck, what do you want to eat? And, actually, I think it actually prompted me to put Crystal, to feed it Crystal. So I was like, fuck, I'm gonna go get Crystal, and I'm gonna fucking try to feed it. And I fed it. I had a tame timer on it. Didn't actually know the proper way to tame it. So had to wait for it to land, and eventually I figured that I would try to get on its back and ride it and tame it. And that's what I did. And I came home with a tropical crystal. Story time with Alan and Wolfus can be fun sometimes. Wait until y'all get to next week's podcast. Actually, the next 2 podcasts are going to be really, really interesting. Because there's going to be a lot of story times. Well, fuck this game sometimes, man. Okay. What is our favorite land tame? I swear to God, if she doesn't say what I think she's gonna say, I'm gonna fucking flip my fucking shit. What's your favorite land tame?
Well, it's not between two. Raptors and Shadowmanes.
See, and that's not what I would expect. I would expect dire wolves.
I have more fun with Raptors and Shadowmanes.
You know what mine is?
Dodos.
Fuck you. Fuck you for that. You actually know what my favorite tame is? My favorite land tame?
No, actually I don't.
I'll give you hints. My favorite dinosaur.
T-Rex?
Fuck no.
Spino.
Yes, there you go. My favorite land tame is Spinos. And there's a story behind that. So, when we jumped from our friend's tribe, from Danny and Will's tribe, we jumped to a tribe with a girl that we met, who was in a different tribe. She had given us some shit. She had given us our first Maywing, gave me my first Shadowmane, which I named Ichimaru. R.I.P. him. He was also stolen from me. Wasn't a great Shadowmane, but it was a Shadowmane, and he was mine. Anyways, so we met a girl named Stormy, and we ended up getting invited to join her. Well, talk too much about the drama that we were feeling coming from the O tribe, because that's neither here nor there. Because that's water under the bridge. So, anyways, we joined up with Stormy and another girl who owned a tribe named Skip. Stormy only had a few gigas. I think she only had like 3 or 4 gigas, maybe 5 at most.
Who?
Lily jumped over. Stormy, when we first joined Stormy, I remember gigas being a really huge deal, and us not having many.
Oh yeah. That and Maywings. Maywings, us not having Maywings was the biggest thing that she had an issue with too. She was trying to help us breed, and make things easier to raise stuff.
Oh god, but she had a lot of Maywings.
Oh yeah.
But I remember gigas were like a thing that she wasn't really working on at the time, so she only had like maybe 5 of them.
This is pretty.
When Lily jumped over, I think she brought 1 or 2 over with her. Funny story, we killed 5 gigas in like the span of a week.
Look at this place, Tommy.
I see that. So, Lily's drowned. It decided to kill itself. I don't know. To this day, we don't know what happened with her giga. Oh my god. But we were on, okay? And somehow the giga, I guess, something attacked it, and it went to kill it. And it decided to put its face into the lake that was behind our base on Crystal Isles. And it fucking drowned. Oh my god, I should not be laughing at this. I'm a horrible
That happened
person.
several times, didn't it?
I actually think she only had 1 giga when she came over, because there were some custody issues that she was having. So she brought at least, I know, 1 giga over. It drowned. My wife drowned 1 by accident, and then I think Stormy got 2 more killed.
That's because the motherfucker decided to sink instead of swim. It ate too many damn megalodons and it decided to fucking sink.
And then I think 1 giga Stormy got killed by a wyvern by mistake, and then I got 1 killed by an alpha wyvern, blood crystal wyvern. So we were down to 1 giga. So we didn't have much access after that to gigas. Well, Skip decided to take me up on an offer that I had to start raising shit. So she brought some Spinos over and gave me a melon pheno. And then she brought a bunch more over for me to just breed. And I got into doing Spinos. Now, since Jurassic Park 3, Spinos have been my absolute favorite fucking dino. I fucking fanboyed at the chance of fucking breeding and raising fucking Spinos on this goddamn game. Fell in love with it. It became my new meat runner. I remember, I think Spinos take 5 days to raise. Again, we have Dodo decks for this. Pretty sure they only take like 5 days to raise.
No, 3 days.
No, 3 days. Just under 3 days. 2 days, 23 hours, and 40 minutes.
You were probably thinking of Giga just before that.
Gigas take 10. And I think that was one of the major reasons why Stormy wasn't doing Gigas. A lot. Like, I remember Skip saying something about bringing us Giga eggs and shit, and we eventually did get into doing Gigas.
Oh, God, that was so close. I almost helped.
I remember raising those Spinos and just continuously breeding them, and I ended up using them as my new meat runner. So, while everyone else was using fucking Gigas, which are much better at getting meat, I decided to start using Spinos. Because I had access to them, I could breed them, and shit. So, I ended up doing Spinos. Spinos are my favorite tame. My favorite land tame. Water tame. You have a favorite water tame.
Honestly, not really. Honestly, not really.
Mine's a tie between Tusos and Mosas.
I mean, I like the dolphins. I like the dolphins.
I don't know what use the dolphins actually have.
They don't really have a. They don't use.
You might be thinking of the space dolphins.
No,
You're thinking
no, there are
of-
actual dolphins.
Okay.
There are actual
Yeah, I know.
dolphins.
I was just making sure.
But as far as I'm aware, they don't have an actual use. I just like it when they start following you around the water. They're cute.
That shit gets
They're cute.
annoying.
It does, but
I use Moses more than Tusos, though. Moses, I find, are really, really...
if I have a chance, I would like
Really
a
good.
plesiosaur. That way I can call it Nessie.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to really tame one. You can't shoot fucking trank darts and arrows in the water. So I haven't really found a good way to knock them. I mean, I could be making myself look completely fucking stupid. Maybe you can use trank shit in the water, but every time I've tried, I can't fucking do it. And I don't know if I can get them to come to the surface so I can trank them. Favorite flyer.
Okay, my hat. Blood crystal wyverns.
See, that's really hard for me to answer because I haven't really flown on many flying creatures. I think I'll go with Blood Crystal Wyverns too because Jade was my first, and I did love her. So I want to say Blood Crystal Wyverns. That question might change if we ever revisit.
Oh shit.
If we ever revisit Ark as a podcast. We'll save the last two questions for the end, though. But I kind of like the way we did the questions for this. Because we get to go into story time about shit. Jade was a very simple story time. We bought him. We bought her. Like I said, there was a girl named Lucy. She sold shit for really cheap poly. And I ended up buying a lot of wyverns from her. I ended up going back and flying home with like 5 more wyverns, and my wife was like, "What the fuck?" I said, "What? I wanted more wyverns." I think I bought a lightning from her. I bought 2 additional blood crystals from her. And I think I got an ice from her. And then something happened and she disappeared. Because I tried going back and buying even more shit. Because I think this was after we left Will and Danny's tribe. I went back. Stormy got a hold of her and she got on, and I went back and bought more wyverns. Because Tommy likes spending poly. So. But, you know, this game is just... I call it trash a lot, but I do like this game. It's just... It's hard to love it when you can't trust people. And that's one of the things with this being PvE. It's player versus environment, I think is what PvE stands for.
Player versus everyone.
No,
Yes.
if it's
Yes. That's what it means. Yes.
if it's player versus everyone, then that's basically PvP. Player
No,
versus
that's
player.
not how that works. That's not how that works, Tommy. It really isn't. PvP is player versus player. PvE is player versus everything.
Okay, well, you said everyone. I was trying to correct it and say, wouldn't it be everything then? Not everyone.
It
Is
means
everyone-
the same fucking thing.
I. I think gaming terms need to be changed a little bit. Because when I hear player versus everyone, I think of, like, everyone. So, I do like the term player versus everything, though. Because then that doesn't imply that you're playing against other people. But that's just me. People will probably call me dumb for thinking that way, but it's whatever.
What in the actual fuck is that? Um.
It looks like fuck around and find out.
That is a fuck around and find out. Oh shit.
Anyways, another team I've really fallen in love with are these guys, by the way. The Diplos.
Nope.
And if a PvPer actually watches this video, I know I shit on PvPers a lot, but I really don't hate y'all.
Did I just die?
I just hate those of y'all that come over to PvE and treat PvEers like shit. Which is not all PvPers. I've met some great PvPers that have come over to PvE. But the PvPers out there, I have heard a rumor that these are currently really, really broken on PvP with the new flying bug. Because you can sit 11 players on that fucker.
I died.
That sucks. And pick it up with the new flying bug and just annihilate people.
Okay.
So,
It spawned me all the way over here. What happened to my other bed? Oh, fuck me, man.
So, I've heard a rumor that these are really, really broken right now in PvP. 9 players, 11 players on that. Because that's a 11-player mount. You pick that bitch up with a bug and you have 11 fucking people that can just rain down hell on people. The little Diplo buses.
Alright, I'm running this way then.
Funny story, I actually have a skiff on Extinction called the Magic School Bus. That is like my favorite skiff ever. And I did steal that idea from a friend of mine. His Magic School Bus is way superior to mine though, but you know.
At this point, I'm just exploring.
That is perfectly fine. What else can we discuss?
As I'm watching bouncing side boots.
I am kind of glad though that the one dude's pillars are gone from down here. Because that shit just never made fucking sense to me. Like, why are you gonna pillar in between my fucking gates and someone else's fucking gates? Like, people don't make no goddamn sense. I still have no idea why I own a level 1 Giga, by the way. But I own a level 1 Giga. I don't know why. And it's a female. Like, I have no use for a level 1 female.
Oh, wow.
I know a while back I was gonna fuck with it. But I don't know why I have a female level 1 Giga. And it's the same exact color as my other Giga here. Like, belly and fucking all. Like, it's the exact same fucking Giga. And before anyone asks, no, I did not breed Mortricia? Mortricia? I don't fucking know how to pronounce that. I got her from a decay. This, I don't know where the fuck I got this. Like, no fucking clue. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, I have no fucking clue. I might have gotten her from the same fucking decay. Maybe. I don't fucking know, but you know, she's just chilling. I don't know what the fuck to do with her. If anyone plays on Xbox PvE and they fucking want her, please fucking let me know. I will give her away. Like, I have no use for a level 1 Giga. Not a female, anyways. If it was a male, I did have plans to breed out some of the stats of other Gigas. But that's not gonna do it for me. It's just not gonna do it. Breeding is something I do like doing on this game, and I do like raising shit. And I'm very happy someone, speaking of which, did they do the alpha or the fucking gamma? Baby boot. They did the fucking beta. Fuck. Beta's the highest I can do. So I guess for a few more hours, these guys will raise on times 1.5.
You know, we could
They
invent
need an
plumbing for that.
imprint and another. What the fuck, Helena? Helena says some weird ass fucking shit. I'll probably cryo these tonight. Because I don't want to miss another imprint. I've already had to use the bats to kind of even them out. I do like the bats on this game. The Desmodius, they are so fucking good on this game. Give us a 30% fucking imprint right off the fucking bat. Hell yeah. Okay, this is probably going to be a hard question for you to answer, love. I know you came up with this question, but I think it's going to be hard for you to answer without looking at your implant. What bosses have you done?
Done the Crystal Isles. Dragon Queen.
Which doesn't show up on. It's the only boss that doesn't show up on your implant.
Beyond that, I know on the private single player shit, or not the single player, but the offline shit we did. The dragon. Oh no. We also did the dragon and the Manicore.
Yes, you have done those bosses.
Yeah, I don't think I've done anything else.
I have done everything, but I can bring up my implant. Those are bosses I've done, including the Gamma, Beta, and Alpha Crystal Wyvern Queen. The only bosses I haven't done are Beta and Alpha Gen 2 Rockwell. And Dinopithecus on Lost Island. That's like the only boss I've done. I haven't done. Because I'm only missing 2 of my tech engrams. I'm trying to mesh words. But I've done Broodmother, Metapithecus, Dragon, Manicore, Overseer, Rockwell, King Titan, Master Controller, all on Alpha, and then I've done Gamma Gen 2 Rockwell. And Alpha Crystal Wyvern Queen. What is our favorite boss?
Yeah, I don't really have a favorite boss.
Fenrir. Fenrir is my favorite.
Oh yeah, that's a
boss that doesn't pop up on your implant either. So I'm guessing Dinopithecus wouldn't appear on your implant.
We also done the other Fenrir bosses, the two smaller ones.
Yeah, of course. At this point, if you say you've done Fenrir, it's pretty much safe to assume that you've done the 3 mini bosses, which is Brea, Steinborn, and Hetty and Skull. Technically 4 mini bosses. Hetty and Skull are 2 in 1. And then Fenrir. And I've done all the Titans on Extinction. But again, if you've done King Titan, it's safe to assume that you've done Forest, Desert, and Ice Titans.
I have literally
done everything but Dinopithecus and Gamma and Alpha Gen 2 Rockwell, which I'll probably never do. Unofficial, anyways. When we get to unofficial, I'm gonna do Alpha Gen 2 Rockwell, because I'm just gonna port myself in and fucking do it. Because fuck it, why not? But I only needed Gamma for the Exomech. And actually, I'm gonna kind of change my answer for my favorite boss, because it's actually a three-way tie. Fenrir is my favorite boss. I do love Fenrir. I have done Fenrir's basically just like any other boss. But the most fun I've had doing a boss is Master Controller. Master Controller was really fucking fun. And Rockwell Gen 2 was fun-ish. I did enjoy doing Gen 2 Rockwell.
Favorite mission. Because you have to do missions on Gen 2, don't you?
I don't really have a favorite mission. Let me bring up a list of them. Choose Your Own Adventure is fun-ish. Code Red can be fun. I did enjoy doing Code Red. Life support can be fun if you're with someone that knows what the fuck they're doing for the mission. I think Sliding Glide, as much as I bitch about it, I do enjoy the Maywing race. Fuck Star Dolphin. Fuck that in the ass. The first half of the mission is bullshit. The rest of the mission, again, as long as you're with someone who knows what they're doing, can be fun. But fuck Star Dolphin. Fuck Star Ring Strike. That's the race with the Astrodelphus. I had to think of the fucking name for a second. Survive the Ark is actually really fun. I do like Survive the Ark. Survive the Ark is fun.
That's a bird that's attacking me.
God damn it.
It looks like a dodo.
For the other missions,
You're gonna die
Bulldog
if you're gonna keep
Fetch.
trying to attack me.
Bulldog Fetch is okay. Fuck Circuit Chase. That mission is bullshit. I don't like it. I think I mentioned Code Red. If not, I do have fun doing Code Red. Downriver Run, I don't like the canoe missions. Fear Coal is a hunt mission. A very basic hunt mission. They can knock you off your tame, so I don't tend to do it by myself. Already mentioned life support. Maywing Poach is okay. Pair Racer Roundup is okay. I do like doing Shadowrain Prowl. It's my favorite hunt mission. I had to do that at a Velonosaur. Already mentioned Sliding Glide, Slipstream Sweep. This mission, I have a love-hate relationship with. Once I figured out how to use the fucking shipboard damn thing, the little hover glider, it became more fun. I could probably do it on beta. I'd have to reteach myself how to use the fucking thing, though. Again, Not a fan of the fucking canoe races, and then Volanosaur stock is a hunt mission that I do in between that and Shadowmane Prowl. So the missions I kind of have a love-hate relationship with. I need to do more of them so I can tame higher level striders. So I really wish they would include the other bosses on your implant, though. Because it would be nice to be able to see that
Holy
I've
shit,
done...
that was a big ass gorilla. No. No. Oh fuck. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, I'm just exploring. Just passing by. Passing through.
So,
Mark doesn't have that kind of shit.
we are going to try to do these once a week on Twitch. They'll be uploaded the next day to YouTube. So, if you're watching this on YouTube, and you have watched this on YouTube, congratulations.
No.
I might change the name of these to discussions, though. Maybe we'll get more people involved in these discussions, too. Because I kind of don't mind having debates about games. People just have to understand that a debate is a debate and not to take shit personally. I would love to debate over video games. Because like I said, I have love-hate relationships with pretty much every single fucking game I play. I love to hate them and hate to love them. My fucking issue is when things continuously go wrong. Or my luck is just fucking horrible that day. Hey, love, remember when I bred those Karchars and Gigas and they starved? Because I forgot to put my Maywing on feeding?
Yeah. That's the thing.
I think it's called enable breeding through something. Luckily, I still have this Maywing out.
Wow, look at this place, love.
Yeah, enable nursing. I forgot to enable nursing, and I left to go do something on another server and came back and went into the fucking my breeding pen on extinction before I was incited. Before we were incited, and I was like, I am missing Gigas and Karks. Went into my fucking tribe log and saw that they starved. I was like, how the fuck did they starve? I had fucking food in the Maywing. And someone was like, did you enable nursing? Nope. No, I did not. Well, then that's why they starved. Thanks, Captain fucking Obvious.
Oh, I'm inside this place now. Thing.
Good fucking times. Good fucking times. But I think that's going to end the first episode. Because there's not really much to talk about that I haven't already discussed in other ARC videos. But I kind of wanted to just get this game out of the fucking way. Next week's podcast will either be Destiny which is going to be a really interesting game to discuss, or we're going to do Yu-Gi-Oh! As a whole. And by that I mean the actual real-life card game, Master Duel, and Link Awakening. Because, you know, they're all basically the same fucking game. So, I think that might be the video where I do, like, the pros and cons of Master Duel versus, what's the other fucking game called? Look it up. Legacy of the Duelist versus Master Duel. But I'll probably be on Master Duel when we do that podcast. So, because save it for that discussion. Whew. I almost went into a whole nother discussion about a whole different fucking game. Holy shit. I do that sometimes, though. But I kind of just wanted to get Ark out of the way, because I have a really, really huge love-hate relationship with this game. It is a pain in my fucking ass. It'll always be a pain in my fucking ass. And, but I will admit, since they have announced the official servers going offline, things have gotten pretty chill on this game. Like I mentioned in another video, actually I think I mentioned this the last video if I'm not mistaken, I don't have issues going to any other server that I want to play on now, and I don't have an issue finding land. So, except for the island. The island is still pretty populated with people. I think that the island, when it comes to that server, people have a really hard time letting shit go, because the island was the first map that came out for Ark. I don't have that kind of relationship with the island. And what's the word I'm looking for? Fuck, it's on the tip of my tongue. Damn it. I'm just gonna stick with what I said. I don't have that kind of relationship with the island because it's not the first map I played on. It's actually one of the last maps I played on. And I don't mean just going to someone else's map for a boss fight. I mean actually being on the map, building on the map.
Holy shit, I defeated her.
And, so I had no problem picking up my base and leaving that map. Actually, I think I gave my base away on the island to somebody. So, yeah, that was a thing. But I didn't grow playing this game on the island. So, but I think that's why a lot of people still have a hard time letting go of their bases on the island, because for a lot of people it was their first map, so they have that love and relationship with that map. What is the fucking word I'm looking for? Watch, I want to end this video and I'll instantly remember it. Fuck, I wish I could think of the fucking word. What?
I just completed a boss battle.
Nice.
I don't know how to feel about that.
I don't know how to feel about me not being able to think of this fucking word.
What are you trying to think of?
I don't even know how to describe it, to be honest. It's like a past personal relationship, I think.
Oh, love-hate relationship. Love-hate relationship.
No. I'm trying to think of another way to describe it. Fuck. I don't know. I can't think of it. Still trying to think of another way to describe it, though. Which is the fucked up part. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that was a boss battle. Who?
Hey Alan, how are you?
A little busy.
Sorry about that.
You're fine.
I'm in the middle of moving, so I won't be able to be on the Xbox for a while.
Okay,
It's
that's
been
fine.
packed up in preparation for the move.
That's fine. You're good.
Also, I'm kind of disappointed if people online on posting their own about it.
Let's message about this.
Okay, fair enough.
I'll talk to you later.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
I'll just message you on Discord about it.
Okay, that's cool. I need to remember to put my shit on private when I do these videos. Fuck. Okay, let me try to describe it like this. I'm trying to think of how to put it. God damn it. I really want to think about this fucking, what this fucking word is. It's like a deep love that you have for something old, I guess. Like,
Deep appreciation.
it's along the same lines as that. But it's still not the word I'm looking for. Like, it's like a deep appreciation for something that's close to you, and others can feel the same way about it.
As I'm being chased by giant fucking gorillas. I need to do some research on what the fuck I'm supposed to do about my bracelet.
Anyways, though, as I try to remember what the fuck this word is that I'm looking for, yeah, I never had that connection with the island, so, I guess that would be like if, when the time comes for me to pick up Extinction, if it comes down to me picking up Extinction, I'm gonna have a lot of, like, good memories of that server, and I'm not gonna want to pick it up because I have that deep love for that server and for that map and for those bases. So, anyways, I am going to end things here because it's late where we are, and eventually we're gonna want sleep. You know, if these start picking up, we might do them twice a week. If not, then it's just gonna be something that we do for like content and shit. If we can start getting some, you know, people interacting with us and shit, then you know we'll allow subscribers and shit to ask us questions about whatever game we're doing the next discussion / podcast on. So, like I said, next week will either be Destiny or Yu-Gi-Oh! And whichever game we don't do next week, we'll do the other game the following week. So the next 2 weeks are definitely going to be Destiny and Yu-Gi-Oh! I just don't know in what order yet.
Oh, we'll have plenty to talk about with Yu-Gi-Oh! Fucking A.
Oh, you're not even fucking kidding me on that one. Same thing with Destiny.
Oh,
to be honest.
ow.
So, hopefully anyone who watches this enjoys it, enjoys the little bit of story time that we had, the questions we answered, etc., etc. So, we will see y'all sometime next week. I don't know exactly, I'll go ahead and adjust this, what days it'll be every week, because it depends on her days off of work. But if she's not available, maybe I can get someone else to do it. If we can't get a day that's good for both of us. But it's definitely something I want to do at least once a week. So, we will try to do it again next week on the same day. Let me actually see something real quick. Okay, so next week. Next week around this time would be probably good. Wait. No, it won't be. Next week we will try to do it either on Tuesday or Friday. One of those 2 days. So, don't know what day it's going to be. As soon as we pick one, I'll do a small little update video letting everyone know. It'll be like, I'll name it like mini podcast or some shit, I don't know. Podcast update, some shit like that. And I'll upload it so everyone knows on YouTube when to see us on Twitch and whatnot. So, they want to watch it live. If not, then, like I said, it'll be uploaded the day after we actually record it. So, since we recorded it technically on Thursday of this week, it'll probably go up the same day. But if we do it like Tuesday, the video will go up Wednesday. If we do it Thursday, the video will go up on Friday on YouTube. So, everyone have a good night. And enjoy. Or good morning, good afternoon, whatever. You know. Basically, enjoy the rest of your day.